This is the Astros Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Houston Astros, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Well, you absolutely love to see it. The Houston Astros go out to Los Angeles. They bounce back from a loss in the final game of the series against the Colorado Rockies, and they put it on the Dodgers. They provide the fireworks on 4th of July. No fireworks necessary out there in California at all tonight because the Astros brought the boom from the jump, and you hate to see it. For all those fans that love to boo out there in California. Oh, rough night for them. That sucks. Not. Hello and welcome to the Locked On Astros Postcast this late 4th of July evening. I am your host, Michael Connor. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello if you're watching live. If you're listening to this later on, make sure you join us after the games. We are live, or just keep listening after it's recorded as well. It's posted anywhere that you get your podcast. Go and search for the Locked On Astros show, and it is available to you there. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Gametime. Go ahead and download that Gametime app today, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. So, well, I wonder what it is that we'd be walking away from this one talking about.
This is what you'll be talking about.
This is a really tricky one after this game where the Astros scored 18 runs. Did I say 17 at the beginning? If I did, I'm sorry. I meant 18 if I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm just, feeling it tonight because why wouldn't I feel it tonight? The Astros getting huge contributions throughout the lineup. Isaac Paredes, of course, started things off with a solo home run. You got 2 home runs out of Jose Altuve. You got a home run out of Christian Walker. And you got a second grand slam on the road trip from Victor Caratini. I mean, remember, this is a team last year. And by the way, so the Astros score 10 runs in that 6th inning. Absolutely impressive. This is an Astros team that last season did not hit a single grand slam. They've hit 2 from the same guy in a road trip. I'm telling you, baseball, I've said it for years. Baseball is the dumbest sport alive in a good way, and baseball does baseball. And weird things happen every year. And that was one of the weirdest things last year, is that the Astros somehow didn't hit one ball over the fence when they had the bases loaded. And they've done it multiple times this season. I think they've had at least one more, maybe 2. I haven't checked the exact numbers. But they've done it. And again, they did it twice in a road trip now with Victor Caratini. I mean, what an awesome offensive performance. And again, I enjoy it. It's okay to admit it, too. I know all you guys out there watching tonight live or later on, you're feeling the same way. It's always an enjoyable experience to just absolutely destroy the Dodgers. It was great. The ball was flying out of that ballpark tonight. I will always give them this. If you've never been to Dodger Stadium, I loved Dodger Stadium. I think it's an awesome ballpark. Mainly because it feels like you're stepping back into the 50s or 60s, and it just was, I don't know, I just love the vibe. I will give them, the crowd is the crowd, but the vibe of the ballpark is fantastic. And it's really fantastic when your team wins. I probably wouldn't have felt the same way if the Astros didn't walk out in 2017 and have a victory in that game 7 against them. That's one of the greatest nights of my life. I still have a little thing of grass and dirt that I took from the infield when I was out there on the field after that game ended in 2017. Is unbelievable. But it just feels nice. And what's really nice, too, is that you do this with Jose Altuve going nuts, and you do this with Lance McCullers on the mound. The last 2 guys from the 2017 Astros team go out there and do their thing. Colors needed it in a big way. The Astros have needed Altuve to get his bat going in a big way. And maybe this is the start for both of them to get it going, to keep doing your thing. Because, again, this team has had a lot of blows physically. injury-wise? How will they sustain what they've done? Because they have been incredible. They've secured, by the way, a road trip that'll be at least 500. So that's great. Got no problem with that. But you might as well get greedy at this point. You got one of your other aces pitching tomorrow night. Probably should win that. And you're talking about a team that's going to go on the road and possibly be 4-2, 5-1 on this road trip. I got to say, I say it all the time. I'm going to say it again tonight. I'm downright impressed with how this team has handled this all season long. Because there's been a lot of things that have happened to them that they could have just, moved on, forgotten about it, rolled with the punches and not, played great baseball. But they have played the most fantastic baseball that you could expect out of them in the last month and change now. This is a team that, now 53-35. And I get it. I fall into the trap too. You go into those series like this, the big bad Dodgers at home. And look, they could go lose the next two games. It's very possible. The Dodgers are a great baseball team. They've got 56 wins in the season. But I think we saw it tonight. It's not like they're not beatable. They are going to be a team that is at the deadline scouring for pitching, any pitching that they can get, because their guys, kind of like the Astros, their guys' arms have all fallen off, basically. But maybe I got to give myself the cockiness you should have as being an Astros fan and remember that, you know what? This team's pretty darn good too. And what they're pulling off, I'm telling you, it's incredible considering, again, the amount of injuries. And you have had a season. You've had a season here, an entire season virtually, where you have not had, when he's healthy and playing well, he's what? He's one of the top 10 hitters in the league in Yordan Alvarez. And if he's really going, he's probably top 5. You've done all this without him. Insane. It's insane. And then you add in that the pitching staff has had all the issues that they've had. They lost all these. They've got multiple guys down to Tommy John surgery. That's happened this year. They've got 2 guys that are, one's half dead. The other one is actually recovering from Tommy John as well. They got another guy that hadn't pitched from shoulder rehab. It's nuts. And here they are, July 4th, going out to Dodger Stadium, smacking around the Dodgers 18-1, putting up a 10 spot in the 6th inning. I mean, if this doesn't bring you some confidence from anything or, get you feeling right, I don't know what does. And one other guy that I needed to mention tonight as well was, of course, Christian Walker had a big night. And this has been a good road trip for Christian Walker. Now, look, he's back in familiar territory in NL West ballparks the last couple of nights. More than the last couple of nights. This entire road trip, I should say. 4 for 5 tonight. Hit the home run, like I mentioned, drove in 4. He's been one of those guys we've talked about a lot because he has been a big, fat disappointment this season. There's no other way around it. I mean, it's been horrible. They need him. And that's the truth of it. And we all know that. And maybe this is the road trip that gets him right. Going him back and playing in familiar ballparks against familiar pitching and getting some results. There's always the mental aspect of this silly little game called baseball that you can never quantify. And that silly little aspect between the ears affects so much. And if this guy finally sees some results for consecutive, or for a lengthier period of time, the spark between the ears might happen. I think just watching him play this season, so much of it appears from the outside to be mental. It's not like the mechanics look horrific at the plate. It's not like his swing speeds are horrible or something out of nowhere, or he's not hitting the ball hard occasionally and those things. He looks like a player that presses really hard, and he's pressed all season long, it's felt like. You read the quotes from him before the season about how he felt like he needed to come in here and be, guy in the middle of the order and be the thumping. Yeah, that was true. I feel like, it's a guy that put all that pressure onto himself, and probably, look, I think we're all human, right? I do it to myself. You put too much pressure on yourself, then you don't perform. It happens. I'm hoping that that's the case. And again, this is a series now where he can continue to get right after playing some pretty good baseball, hitting the ball pretty hard there in Colorado a little bit. I'm going to be optimistic tonight. Why not? Why not? Because they won 18-1. That's why not. All those Dodgers fans, they probably got these little tears. Go back to their, $4 million homes that are like 1,200 square feet and pay $9.85 for a gallon of gas. It's got to be rough. It's got to be rough. Their baseball team's still good. They're very good. And I'm not going to sit here and underplay it that the Astros can't go out there and lose a couple to them over the next couple of days. They can. They absolutely can. But I'm going to bask in this one tonight. I don't know about you guys. I am feeling good, especially on the 4th of July. Happy 4th, by the way. Thank you for joining us. A lot of you in here tonight. Appreciate you for stopping by. Again, you can find this show. We're live after every game, so don't be a stranger. Come back tomorrow night when the game ends. Guess where we'll be? Right here on this channel. Sunday when the game ends. Guess where we'll be? Right here on this channel. Breaking down Astros and Dodgers all weekend. Quick little timeout when we get back. Let's talk about tomorrow's baseball game. How do you keep this good timer rolling here for the Astros? That's next here on the Locked On Astros Postcast. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need, delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for the trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Real quick, one more message before we get back to our discussion on the Astros stomping the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight. Have you ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family? Maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands. That's exactly where Gametime comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you. Gametime makes it possible. Gametime makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch, and they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and lowest price guarantee that takes the worry out of buying. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code Locked On MLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Just like 2017. Okay, they didn't completely just stomp all over the Dodgers in 2017, but they won in 2017. They did it out there at Dodger Stadium as well, which was fantastic. And they do it again tonight as the Astros beat down the Dodgers 18-1. And what a rout. What an absolute rout. They get great pitching as well. It also helps. I have to credit that. We talked all about the bats here to start the show. The Astros pitching, in this one. Lance McCullers, like I mentioned, 6 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. Picks up his second win of the season, and then credit to Jason Alexander. This guy's just, when he's come up here, he just pitches. Comes up, tosses 3 innings, a shutout ball behind McCullers, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits, and picks up a save to boot in it. Congratulations to him on picking up that save. Good pitching for him tonight. It's always good when you can, get your bullpen a night off because, well, it's a night off. The Astros, by the way, will not have their next day off until Thursday of this upcoming week. So, again, you love to have the ability to give guys rest in the bullpen when you're, sitting here stomping people like they did. And good on McCullers to get deep and not force Joe Espada to, have to throw bullpen guys out there. And also good on Alexander following up and pitching as well as he did and allowing Espada to just get through the rest. By the way, 7-game lead in the American League West, of course, over the Mariners. Angels, 9.5. Rangers dropped a game today. They are 10 back. So cushion in the American League West, very good. This also helped your run differential. Run differential jumps up to plus 65 now on the season. You always want to be behind that plus, and they are getting there. Tomorrow, they're going to hand the ball to Fromber. Big game Fromber against Shohei Ohtani. Hard to imagine that Ohtani's going to pitch very deep into this one, very long. They've kept him on a very short leash when it comes to his pitching since he has returned. I was just pulling up his game log. If the freaking internet would move. And that's his pit batting. Why does it do this? When you click on things, so the auto ad for me too. Since he's been back, he's gone an inning, and 2 innings. So we'll see how deep he goes. I can't imagine it's more than 2 or 3. They're slow building him back up into it. But look, the way Fromber's been pitching, the way the Astros swinging the bat right now, I think I should win tomorrow night. I think after the game, when we do this show, we're talking about another victory. We're talking about a team picking up win number 54 in the season. It's wild, man. This team is doing everything that they can to give themselves, not that you want to, slow down in the back half, but they're giving themselves a cushion. This is huge. This matters what they're pulling off. Again, when the game ends tomorrow night, don't forget to join us right here on this channel. If you've never been here before, this show live. I mean, when the game ends, we are live right here on the Locked On Astros Postcast. Hope you guys have a great rest of your 4th of July. Be safe. We'll talk tomorrow night after Astros and Dodgers and another one.